the oceans, there's actually a great proof of a flat Earth in the oceans. There's something called the abyssal plains. And if you look under the greatest parts right in between the continents, there's something called the abyssal plains, and it's the longest, flattest surface that they've ever measured is under the ocean. So it's not always lumpy and full of craters and stuff.
I think it's 70% of the ocean is abyssal plain, and it's flat for as far as you can go. You can have two submarines on the bottom of the ocean. They send out sonar, which goes in a straight line, hits something, and bounces back, and they can see each other 100 miles away. There should be a mountain over a mile tall in between them. But you'd have to believe that sonar goes over the mountain, hits the other submarine, and then comes back. That doesn't happen. That's provable nonsense. So the fact that a submarine on the bottom of the ocean can see another submarine 100 miles away proves that there is no curvature down there. Also, a boat on the surface can see another boat, can target it with a laser over 100 miles away. There should be a hump of water over a mile high in between them, but there's not.
What makes you think all of the curvature that you see on this planet, as far as mountains and valleys and uneven terrain and things of that nature, what makes you think that you're going to be able to see curvature in the Earth? I want to say something real fast. I want to touch on this subject I was talking about, as far as when I said earlier that, about Beverly Hills and why you can't oversee the Sepulveda Pass. Now I'm going to show you something else. Now, earlier you said that the ocean itself is what you guys, the flat earthers, use to determine whether, the Earth have a curvature or not. Yet you also said earlier, you also said earlier that water always what?
Finds its level.
It always finds its level.
Large bodies of water at rest find its level.
Find its level.
At rest.
At rest.
Remember the at rest part.
Okay. Now, what you're not taking in consideration is the surface of the ocean. You're looking at the wrong thing. No, listen.
No, that's all we're taking.
Let me finish what I'm saying. You're looking at something that's always going to level itself off, as opposed to looking at what's actually the surface of the Earth itself, because that's what we're speaking on. We're not speaking on whether the Earth is this or that or whatever. We're speaking on the Earth itself. So if you're trying to use these telescopes to determine certain things over a body of water and talking about, well, there's no curve in the water is going to always level itself out. But you don't know if the surface of the Earth, that's where the water is actually on top of, it's curved or not, do you?
See, first of all,
doesn't water take the shape of a container?
Exactly. And
second of all, take the shape of the bottom of a container.
All water needs a container.
It levels itself out, but it fills up the container and then it finds level. So.
Y'all talking about the surface of water and it's always level, but that's not the Earth itself. We talking about the Earth. We're not talking about the surface of water.
Okay. The water would not be able to be level if it was on a curve. What do you not understand?
That's what he's so when you're looking across that extensive plain of water where there should be miles of curvature, and you can see the land at the other side of the other side of the ocean, which is at the same level that you're at, and there now we're talking an expanse on the ball, on the Earth, on your ball. How come the land on the other side of the ocean is at the same level that we're at? It should be miles below me, but it's not. It's so simple. It's so simple. I don't know how people cannot see it, other than they've been programmed since they've been a child, and their inner child is like, "Don't take my ball away! Don't take my ball away, please!"
Those balls.
Earlier, I said that when you look over the regular terrain, you can't tell it's a curve because there's too many mountains, hills, and valleys. Correct? So you guys said yes. So we have to use. Let me finish. You said we have to use the ocean because the ocean itself would show and prove your theory that there is no curvature. Correct? Okay, so then I said that. I said,
on the land, you should be able to see
Can I finish, Lord? I just sit here and listen to you for 20 minutes. Can I just give 3 minutes?
Go ahead.
Thank you, God. So when you guys were showing that you was using the ocean because the ocean was showing proof to you guys that the Earth does not have no curvature on it, because constantly, as far as you can see, you guys use what you call atmospheric density. So therefore, the image is always straight and you can always see forward because of the simple fact that the water's going to always level itself out. And that being that we both said that the water's going to always level itself out, no matter how far you look, there will never be no curvature because you're looking at the wrong thing. You're looking at the surface of the ocean as opposed to the bottom of the ocean. Let me finish. Okay, so the bottom of the ocean is where the actual curvature is, because the bottom of the ocean is the actual land. You're looking at something that's going to always level itself out, being water, as opposed to what we're actually supposed to be looking at, which is the actual. Let me finish what I'm saying. Can I finish? Thank you.
Yeah.
And this is how we know this to be true. If your theory that you say that we're using the surface of the water as a point to show that the Earth isn't curved, well, how can you use the surface of the water if the surface of the water is going to always level itself out? You're looking at the wrong thing. What you're supposed to be looking at is the surface of the Earth, because the surface of the Earth, which is the bottom of the ocean, is the actual.
You know what the bottom of the ocean looks like? You show and prove, because all we can do is see what the level of the surface, like the God said, the surface.
Come on, man. Let me have this one.
Let me finish.
Let me have this. Know what the bottom looks like.
I've been out to sea before. I'm out here in California. I've been out to sea before.
You've been at the bottom of the ocean.
I've been out to sea before. And one thing, let me finish what I'm saying. Let me continue on your build. I've been out to sea before, and I know for a fact that if I jump out the ship, right, I'm going to drown. Why? Because the ocean is deep. And being that the ocean is deep and it holds all kinds of wildlife and animals and whales and sharks that I've seen before, I know for a fact that looking over the surface of the ocean does not show you the surface of the ocean. I know for a fact that looking over the surface of the ocean does not show you the surface of the ocean.
All right, are you done?
Wait, what?
Let me
Please,
everybody,
you don't know
mute.
how
Everybody
nonsensical
mute.
you sound.
Everybody mute.
I'm sure.
Listen, no offense, dude, but that is the dumbest shit I have ever heard, ever.
Like, seriously.
Anywhere.
Like,
that
seriously.
is so freaking dumb.
Wow.
They tell us that the 70% of the Earth's surface is water. So you believe that the water goes flat for 70%, and then all of a sudden the Earth bends underneath? We
Yeah, at
can
the
sit
bottom.
here
There's no
and
such thing
I
as
could
all
look
of a sudden
I
the
could
Earth
look at
bends
land.
underneath. The Earth
I
don't all
could
of a
look
sudden
at
bend
land
nowhere.
100. I could look
You're
at
right.
land
It don't
100.
bend nowhere.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can dig a hole with all sorts of shapes on the bottom, fill it with water. It's flat because that's it. You can't have flat water, land, and then expect that land to finish the curve of the ball. That's ridiculous. The Earth has to curve. A round ball has to curve. The surface of the water has to curve at an even rate all the way around. Okay.
Surface of what you just said. Now, what you just said is, I'll give you an example. Let me ask you a question. On an apple, right? On the skin of an apple, right?
Here we go.
Does the skin of the apple have moisture inside of it?
Moist?
Have moisture inside of it?
Said moist?
What are you talking about?
Hold
What
on,
does that
let me
have to
let
do
me-
with
let me
anything?
finish what I'm
He's trying
saying.
to outdo
Let me
his
finish.
last
Let me
thing.
finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. The
Is it the
an
skin of the apple that has the moisture, or is it the skin coming in contact with the moist meat of the apple? Which one is it? Do you know for sure?
Yes, I do.
Or you just trying to be
no,
fake
I'm
smart
not trying
right
to be
now?
fake smart. I'm being real with you. The skin of the apple has moisture in it, correct? So let me finish
What's
what
your
I'm saying.
point?
So being that the skin of the apple has moisture in it, does that moisture that's on the skin of the apple fall off the surface of the apple?
It's not on the surface. It's inside the fibers. It's not on the surface. See, that's technology. I don't like bullshit like this. Stop
Oh my
coming with
God.
fucking retarded ass arguments.
How's
It's
that retarded?
retarded.
How's that retarded?
Wet the fucking apple with water and see if the water sticks to the outside. Does the skin have water in it? Does it have moisture? Come on, man. Stop with these stupid ass arguments, man. Because
Well,
it's disingenuous. I
How's
don't
it
like shit
disingenuous?
like this.
How's it disingenuous?
Come on,
I
go
just asked you
ahead.
a simple question. Does the
you're
skin
not
of the apple
that stupid.
have moisture
You're
in
not
it?
that stupid.
You can't be this
It's impossible.
stupid. You can't be.
cannot
Come on,
be
man.
this
You
stupid.
guys sound stupid as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anytime you go sit here and tell me that you're looking at the surface of water instead of the actual surface of the earth itself, you sound dumb as hell because you already know that water always levels itself out. So I don't even know how you would
This
use
is
that as an
why-
argument. That's
This
retarded.
is why I had
Actually,
to kick
I
people
did
out last
participate.
time because I can't talk to people like this. Like when you're just saying retarded shit like this, I gotta go. Yo, priest, I love you, God.
But when you live on a ball, there's a vacuum over it. The molecules stay magnetically pulled to the Earth's surface because the Earth is magnetic.
Can you show me that in a lab?
I can.
Oh, you can.
I
You
can.
can show me how water will stick to an apple inside a vacuum chamber.
Correct.
You know that water
I
boils
paid
in a
good money to
vacuum?
see that.
Okay. How much
You
would you
know that
pay?
water boils in a vacuum?
Not enough to fund your
Bitcoin.
experiment. I know that.
You know that water boils in a vacuum. I guess you didn't know that. You know what sucks is it's going to take me all day to edit out all of the idiotic statements that you made and make a short clip. I'm going to make a short reel of all of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's going to be amazing, but it's going to take me all fucking day. Listen, no offense, dude, but that is the dumbest shit I have ever heard, ever.
Like
Okay,
seriously.
anywhere.
Like
I wanted to say one other thing too, real quick, that I wrote down. The show that I mentioned when we talked about NASA, and I told, because I got a lot of people who asked me about it, was I I talked about if you look at the names of all the NASA missions, it's literally telling you a story. And it goes, a Colombian enterprise to endeavor for the discovery of Atlantis, and the Challenger shall be destroyed.
Damn.
That's literally what all the missions were from NASA. Again, these are Masonic rituals. This is nothing real. This isn't real science.
Say that again.
Yeah.
You just blew AD away. What happened? What just happened?
I'm gonna type.
If you break them down, right? You know, Columbia, Enterprise, and if you put them all in order, it says a Colombian enterprise. You should all know Columbia, right? Like the District of Columbia, what it means to them, Diana. A Colombian enterprise to endeavor for the discovery of Atlantis, and all challenges shall be destroyed. Okay? So that's, again, this is all esoteric.
I like
and,
it.
So I wanted to add that. I forgot to add that last time I was on the show.
You come up with that, Vinny?
But yeah.
Dude.
I mean, I've been talking about it for a while, and I remembered to write it down this time.